Okay, today I'm working with some stencils. I did an experiment. I love using the paper stencils, but as you know, they tear so quickly that I wanted to use some for the next 2 days. So I got out some of this crystal clear triple thick Krylon. I took them outside and I laid them on wax paper and I sprayed them. And then when they were dry, I flipped them over and sprayed the other side. I sprayed it lightly, but they seem a lot stronger, so we'll see if these are going to last me 2 days. But it also gives them a gloss coating, so they're going to come out a little differently than normal. I do like the way the paper sticks the first time, the impression you get when you pull that up, because there's no paint on it yet. But, you know, I'm going to miss that. But if these will last for the next 2 days, because I'm making pages for an art journal I'm going to make. And I want a similar motif, and circles is what I'm working on, decorated circles. So we're gonna see how well this lasts. We'll see if they'll last 2 days, hopefully. Sometimes I can get them to last longer. If you can get them up with the paint on them and coated on both sides really good, if you can use them a couple times like that, then you get some really nice stuff. But so what I'm going to do is I sat down and just pulled up some paint. I know you've seen me do it. If you watch my videos, you've seen me do it before. Just partial pulls, get a little bit of this, a little bit of that on, and make nice backgrounds that you can just then stencil on or whatever. So we're going to start with that. I've got backgrounds already done. So let's see what we can do. And I'm going to use probably dark colors. And see how this goes. I have not yet done any with this, so we'll see how it takes the paint with this coating on it. Let's do a black. This is just Amsterdam. I think it's Mars black. I'm going to see. Always start in the middle and go out. I have to get that big glop that I put down there. Now they're kind of buckling a little, but not badly enough, so you're not going to see so it's going to mess up the design. All right, let's pull it up and see. I don't want it too dark. Well, let's see if it even will pull up off the. Didn't think about that. It might stick worse on the plate. So you got to think about these things before you do stuff. Wow. And it's pulling up with a lot less difficulty than it should be for the first time using it. Oh, that came up nice. Set that aside to dry. And I hit this one with a little less because I wanted to see if that made a difference on how it pulls up. Okay. Fortunately, it's hot out here and this paint is drying as fast as I'm pulling these up. So I don't know if it's actually going to transfer. We'll see. I may have to put some paint retarder in. I've got this stuff right here. Acrylic paint retarder that will keep it wet a little longer while I get the stencils up. Try not to break the stencils. You know, it did dry a bit, but I like the effect. Ooh. Now that is interesting. I like this area here. Not so fond of that, so this might just be a half page for my journal. But so far so good. Now I'm going to just pull this up on a sheet. You only need a dot of the paint retarder to keep it moist. I just swish it in. All right, let's see if this comes up and makes anything. I need 25 good prints. I have some already, so I need, I think, 25 to finish pages of that journal. It's a small one. And I'm actually going to use it more to mount drawings in than to actually draw in. So I want some interesting backgrounds. Well, that does not want to come up at all. I'm going to go over this one more time with something else. Let's see if we can pull what's on here. Or, better yet, hopefully there's still enough of that paint retarder in on the plate. Let's pull some different. Let's get them on there. This might be the best way to do it because it dries so darn fast. Now, I've buried my Baron again. I have no idea where it is. Buried under all this stuff. Well, I guess tomorrow is a clearing out day for me in the studio because I just got back from vacation. We went to New Hampshire, and then we went up to the Freiburg Fair with family, and it was fun. I expected to come back all inspired, and you know, I'm not, which is sad. Usually after vacation, I'm inspired to do stuff. I don't know what happened this time. All right, let's look at this and see what we got. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. That'll make a nice page. So that is a done one. Don't need to do another thing to that. Now I'm going to get a sheet of tissue. Just make sure I've got all the in-between stuff pulled up. Alright, hopefully the paint didn't dry. We can pull this up on something else. Come on. Nope. I don't think this ghost print thing is going to work with these stencils very well. We'll try it. But they are much sturdier. I can feel that it's much easier for me to pull them up off the page. I don't get my fingers down there where they don't need to be. So I think they're going to be a hit in some ways. Let's pull it on this. It's not going to be much coming up. But if we keep going, yeah, as you can see, there's not, oh, but it's pretty though. Let's see if I can get this part up in here. A little bit more. Oh, I like that. That right there is very pretty. And you see, I can do with pieces. I don't need the whole thing. I think that's going to be a keeper. See that area up there? Okay. Let's go weird with the green. And each time I do this, it's pulling up a little of what was up there before. That's way too much paint. But let's see what it does. Pull a little bit of it off. let's go back to this one. I really like this one. See if we can get paint on the top of it too. Not worrying about that paint drying too fast. That's a whole lot more paint than I need. Now we're going to go over the top of it with a little bit of the orange. Probably not all of it, but just want a touch of that orange. To go in between. All right, let's see how this pulls up. Now I'm just going to print this on its own sheet, and then I'm going to go over it. I like this color, and I like that touch of orange, but I don't think I'm going to get a lot of pattern out of this. I got more pattern than I thought. I'll go over this one more time with that orange. Lay them back down. Well, let's get other ones, the ones we did first. Oh, oh no. I find with these round stencils, if you start in the middle and go towards the outside, you get a much better, you get them to adhere much better. I don't want it to be too thick. Alright, let's pull them up. And notice these stencils are holding up really well with that spray on them. I've had some that I just have had for a long time because I was able to get the paint on them thick enough. And I usually lay them on. Ugh, this one's not going to be easy because of the spikes. It's wanting to be difficult, but I can get it up. But see, the thing is, in the time I'm taking to get these up, the paint's drying. That's why I'm not getting as good a print as I would like. Let's see what this one does. But I think it's a successful experiment. We'll see if I can use these again tomorrow. And if I can, I'll post this video after I've done another batch of these. Yep, that's not coming up very well, but look at that. There's some nice stuff on there. This area here, it's really pretty. Let's do one more on that one. And I think I'm going to use this along the bottom. This one here, that one there, put one in the corner, and I'm going to do this in black, I think. Whoops, dripping way too much. Yeah, I think this is a success. So coating them with something, I suppose you could use any kind of clear glaze spray. I suppose you could even use, well, that didn't work out well, but we'll leave it just like that. Suppose you could just use paint spray. I'll try that next, just spray paint. Whew. I wonder if that one was coated. It didn't feel very thick. We'll go over here to the edge. Pull all the edge ones up. And you know, I thought it would be stickier and I might have trouble getting it off the plate. That first one was, but maybe that wasn't dry enough. I thought I let them dry long enough, but maybe I didn't. And this is going to be sticky. Very thick paint in here. Let's hurry up and get this so we can get a print. All right, let's see what we get. And now that I know it's going to be successful, I'll continue on with these. And ooh, I like that. Ooh, that has a nice tribal look to it. Look at that. I like that. Grungy tribal. All right, I am done for this session. I'll come out in a little while and do some more, but I just wanted to show you, see if it worked. So we found out together that it does work. You just spray them with some kind of clear glaze. That I use Krylon triple thick crystal clear glaze, but I'm sure any spray glaze will work. Just spray one side. I had them outside, sprayed them on a wax paper, let them dry in the sun, flip them over when they were dry, sprayed the other side. You don't want to spray this stuff indoors at all. It stinks. And then I let the other side dry, and that was all I did. And they're not sticking together like they do. I mean, I laid this one on top of another one, and as you can see, it didn't stick at all. So, much better. And I love using paper stencils because you can cut them, I mean, at the spur of the moment, what you're sitting there watching TV, think of something that you want to cut out, cut it out. I've always loved cutting out paper anyway, so. Okay, thank you very much. Put a like if you like my video, please. Subscribe if you want to see more, and you have a lovely day. Okay, so instead of putting the photos at the end of this video, I'm going to do them right now. These are some of the ones that I did. Like, this is a disaster, but I should be able to get a good page. That's about the size of the page I'm using, so I should be able to get a good page out of that. This one needs work, but I'll come back and do some, or I will take the page from right here. This is that lovely, what color is it? Arteza Mars Orange. Oh, that's so pretty. With everything I use it with, it is so pretty. And that one came out okay. It's a little light. I might go back with pens on that one. And as you can see, these stencils are working much better than just plain paper. The coating is really giving a better stencil. I like it. And that one. This one's pretty. I like this. And as you can see, there was one particular stencil that I'm just in love with, and it's still in great condition, so this is a win-win for me. And this is just a grunge I pulled from several different layers. And this is, I've lightly put black on the gel plate. I put it on real light and then put it down, and I love the way this looks. It's just lovely. It's like little pixels. And this was a black failure from before, and I just put the stencil down, put white paint over it, pulled the stencil up, and I like that. I come in with maybe some gold pen or something. I can make that gorgeous. This is another one that I did the same thing, and that technique works really well. To save a paper, I found a couple of them, the papers I didn't like, that going over them with white kind of saved them for me. That one's a little odd, but I like it. This is my absolute favorite. And this is a piece of, I'll show you. I got this at the dollar store. It's, I don't know, kind of like burlap lace. Look at that. Look at that pretty. I'm going to bring this up so you can see it. Look at that pretty pattern that makes. I'm going to use that for border around the pages that I do. This one I'm going to come back with gold pen. I'll make that stunning, and I will post it at some time. This is okay. That's a disaster. That one I like. It's kind of understated, and here's this trim again. This one I really like. I really like it. The red that was on it wasn't quite dry when I went over it with white, so I'm getting these pinky tones in the red. Really lovely. This one I really like. That will definitely go in my journal. And this one, meh. And this is the wipe up sheet. So thank you very much for viewing my video. You have a nice day.